Good afternoon. My name is Miranda for those of you of my classmates who don't get to interact with me a lot. And I am a new media and visual arts major, soon to be graduating, supposed to be graduating this semester. And I'm going to start talking about my project for Barrio, and it's the Barrio comic book. Excuse me. So as you can tell, I'm set up in a neat little closet room, so hopefully my voice does not bounce too much and it's too loud or anything like that. But for now, I'm going to start with the comic book. So the comic book, for me, I traced it back to my exhibition. And I did so just because even at this late point in the game, the exhibition is my life. Despite, everything that's going on, I still create pieces for it. And now it's kind of transferred from being, the Hotel Bella Muerte to the exhibition, and I'm pretty sure I'm still going to be referring to it like that well after graduation and well after everything's said and done. But for right now, the exhibition, I tied in with the comic. So basically it's a Hotel Bella Muerte backstory. So it's their lives before they're in the hotel, their lives before death, essentially. And this one stars Jorge, because he just seemed perfect for the comic. He is a Hispanic individual, and he comes from, the Barrio, because it's where he lives, it's what he's grown up with. So yeah, he just seemed like the perfect fit for this, just brainstorming the ideas and comics and things like that. This is the second comic. It is a much smaller comic, but it is a comic nonetheless. And I named it Mi Bonita Panaderia. Excuse my horrible white accent as I say that. That was not my intention. But basically, My Pretty Bakery, and that is the name of his aunt's bakery, where he works occasionally. So here you have the cover done with a watercolor background, and then a linoleum print that I cut out myself just yesterday, actually, and applied, and then washed some watercolor on top of parts of the print. Washed on top of the print, to make it pop a little more, especially because with just all black, you lose a bit of the detail down below. And yeah, so this is the cover, and I'm very proud of this printmaking. It took me some time, followed by the very first page, and I make things difficult on myself, so instead of just having one full panel, I actually made pages for this, so each page has about 2 to 3 panels in itself. Yeah, so basically the story starts with Jorge, who is working at his aunt's bakery, off and on, because he goes to help and things like that, family. And it starts off with, of course, his aunt kind of teasing him, oh, you're very good at that, in which, Jorge's just like, we've talked about this, we've done this before. And then you have her little spiel of, you're always so busy, you're doing this and you're doing that, you have no time for me. And of course he knows she's joking, but he's got so much on his plate already that he would love to work for her. It's just the pay isn't enough, and he's got so much to do to help his mother, who is, at this point in their lives, a single mother, taking care of multiple children, working multiple jobs, in order to keep themselves afloat. And Jorge tries his best as being the older sibling, if not the oldest, who just wants to help and make sure that they're good, that his family's okay, because he loves his family. So yeah, there's a little conversation there. And then the final panel is, again, him just really wanting to help. He wants his mother to be okay. He wants his family to be okay. And that has always been his concern ever since his father passed away a few years before the events of the story. And his aunt is always there trying to help them out in any way she can. And this is basically the ending story of, we'll be okay, you'll be okay, she'll be okay, you've got this. And yeah, so there is little comments about gentrification and, the house and calls for the house and just wanting to make it and being able to stay afloat, and let his siblings have a good life. But that's the basics. It's a very short, very small story, and it was done on purpose because, one, I make things more difficult than they need to be sometimes, as well as the fact is I already finished a 20-page comic for the exhibition, so comics are not my favorite thing right now, but I am going to put time and effort and dedication into them because they're comics. I love comics. But overall, I had some fun with this. As you can tell, the colors aren't completely, they're just hints of color, and I thought that would fit for the storyline because the other comic book, the hotel comic book, is black and white. So little bits of color would, give that difference between real life, or their alive time frame versus their dead time frame in the hotel. Overall, I am very happy with the way the cover came out because I think it's a nice touch, and I've always liked the unclean looks of some of the lines that stay behind during the printmaking process. And looking at some of the prints Barrio artists have done in the course of doing the paper as well, I don't know, I think it calls back to that. I think it's a very nice touch and a very nice look to the project itself and to the idea. But yeah, there we go. The little comic. And hopefully that didn't come out. It looks backward, but that's because I'm looking at the camera. But other than that, that's about it. So, stay safe. Do what you can. I believe in all of you guys and all that nonsense.